Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to put my video for a short while that you can put a face to the name. My profile picture on the presentation looks much better than I look. I'm getting a bit old on the hair, getting much less. I hope you are well this morning. Can I get indication if you guys can hear me? Is the sound fine? Thank you for joining us this morning. This is going to be a learning experience, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you, Sabran, for the indication there. Thanks, Rick. I appreciate it. All right, so let's get this show on the road. This morning we're looking at estate and trust practice. I'd like to welcome you all, and like I say, this is a learning experience. We'll get through to the purpose of it, but in the times we live, it's a very, very relevant topic. Around us in this time of COVID, a lot of people have passed away. A lot of families that are going through challenging times. So there's an opportunity for us in the market. As accountants, we need to get out of our comfort zone and seek new opportunities. There are always new opportunities. So, right, so welcome. Our seminar is supplemented by the slideshow presentation. There are documents I'm going to share with you, and we'll upload them on your profile. As you know, we have to continuously develop ourselves, so our training is a requirement of our profession. But at SA Accounting Academy, we try to make our material relevant. And today's webinar is really about empowering you to develop your estate and trust practice. I'm going to share my contact details with you. I'd like to form a group where we can share information. So I'm going to give you my email address, which I'll type now. For future reference. So what's going to happen after this seminar or webinar, you follow your normal process, and you will get your evaluation questions. Those are just for your CPD points. But what we're going to do is I'm going to form a mail group and a discussion group, and on the group we'll decide how we're going to do it and develop this with you. There's a big gap in the market currently. You will know that a week ago it was officially the Will and Estate Week in South Africa, or that's what they call it. And there's a lot of information going around. And you can also, I'll share some interesting articles on this group that we'll form. It's important to read. This is a continuous process. What you need to know about the legislation around wills and estates. Now, in South Africa, there's two pieces of legislation which very seldom or has ever been changed. That's the transfer of property and the law around wills and estates. These laws are very old laws, and nothing changes on it. So to explain to you the process of administering a will is basically to say there's a recipe and you follow that recipe. But for the purposes of what we want to do today, and I'll show you some relevant information, for the purpose of what we want to do, I want to put you in a position where you can basically go and develop this in your practice. Now, in your you will have your slideshow, which we will follow, And then, as I say, there are a few practical slides where I jump over to sharing my screen to you. I'm going to show you a practical example of a will. I'm going to show you a liquidation and distribution account. And I'm going to show you an example of a trust. Now, people often ask, are trusts relevant? I think they're very relevant, but each client is different. Each client has a unique solution. So let me tell you a bit more about me for those of you who don't know me. I'm a qualified chartered accountant and public auditor. I've been in practice for, well, more 20 years actually. Consult for clients across Africa on compliance, broad-based Black economic empowerment, and I've got a passion for business development. Like I say, there's a paradigm shift in the market. Our clients are becoming more self-reliant on accounting services. We get more involved on compilation and audits, and therefore we need to grow our practices. If you see, like I say, I've been around for 20 years. When we started as trainees, we had calculators and we tested. When we got financial statements, we had to recalculate everything. Everything was done by hand. And times have changed so much that I would say one person does the work now of 5 people 20 years ago. So we need to continuously develop ourselves and make the mind shift. Now, in the examples I'm going to give you today, I will give you some practical situations. And I believe these are situations from my clients. And like I say, this is something relevant that I've been doing for the past year in developing my own practice. The whole thing is to identify the opportunity and then to utilize that opportunity. But what I want to do from my side, I want to give you the backup to be able to utilize the opportunity that you identify. Like I say, every client is different. You need to go identify. I'm going to give you some pointers to show you, according to me, when I was developing the presentation, how I approach it when I look at my clients. And then onto that, basically, I say, but how am I going to sell this product? Now, ladies and gentlemen, being an accountant in practice and talking about selling, we are not good at selling. And when you discuss somebody's will with them, it's not an easy topic to discuss. It's a very personal topic. So, but get yourself in the frame of mind to understand there's nobody in a better position than you. Traditionally, if you ask people who did your will, it will be a lawyer. But lawyers don't look at the financial implications. They sit with you and they say, okay, what do you want to happen? And you put that on a piece of paper. We as accountants are in a unique position, taking into account where our clients have companies, where our clients have structures. There's things we need to take into account. And I'm going to share a few things with you today. And then we'll try, if you're interested, you pop me a mail, I put you on the list, and we work from there, growing it. But from today's webinar, you'll find a lot of useful information which you can utilize. So let's get right into it. Just on the outline, the course outline, I've got a small introduction or short introduction. Then I'm speaking about business continuation. This is where it becomes very relevant for a lot of us who have clients that have businesses. We're going to look at estates and we're going to look at trusts. What I'm going to do is after the estate section, I'll give us a break and then we can get some coffee. We'll have a 15-minute break. So what I'm trying to do is to say, ladies and gentlemen, before you put me in the background, just to get the CPD points, I really believe this webinar is going to add some value to you today. So please enjoy it and let's get going. You guys still there?
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.